Welcome to this pick a card reading. Now this is for mid-January to about the end of January. You know, we're right in the middle of these eclipses, full moon, new moon energy, like a lot of things are happening. However, whenever you found this video is perfect for you. So I set the intention when I was pulling the cards that the cards would speak to whoever was watching it whenever they found it. So if you find this like 2 years after I'm filming it, then that is when you're supposed to hear this message, okay? So this is a pick a card reading. What I'm going to do is show you 3 images fairly quickly, and I want you to just pick whatever one you are intuitively drawn to. Don't overthink it. If you are intuitively drawn to 2, then you might be getting 2 messages, so don't second guess that either. And after I show you the cards, I will timestamp where the reading is for each of these images. And I'm going to do kind of an overall energy, what the lesson is that you were meant to learn over these next few weeks. We're going to talk about a love reading, abundance, career, and success as well, and your law of attraction message. Okay, so if you're just joining me, thank you so much for checking out this video. My name is Rachel. And if you're interested in a personal reading, or I specialize in distance energy work. So if you'd like chakra balancing, energy clearing, twin flame healing session, then you can find all of that on my website, reikiwithrachel.com, and I'll link to that below. As well as on my website, you can get a free 30-minute MP3 energy healing download. And I've gotten a really positive response, so I do encourage you to check that out if you feel guided. Okay, so let's get started. Now again, remember just whatever you are intuitively drawn to. This is card number 1. And I'm covering up the little message at the bottom. This is card number 2. This is card number 3. So just one more time, very quickly. 1, 2, 3. And gosh, I'm just like really struck by how similar some of these, especially 1 and 2 are. That's very interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna get started with number 1 reading. And so if that is the one you picked, stay tuned for that. If not, then look at the timestamp below and go to the reading of your choice. Okay. So card number 1, we're going to start with your law of attraction message. So the card that you chose, the message that's stated, says, I see myself enjoying absolute continuing abundance. And it's card number 15. And so I see a 1 and a 5. 1 is a new manifestation, 5 is a change. If you add them together, you get a 6, which often talks about like family, balance. So we'll see what more of your reading says, but I feel like that might be a theme. So your law of attraction message says, I choose absolute and continuing abundance, for I understand that there is no limit to the abundance in the universe. And so by attracting abundance to myself, I am not limiting another. Let me read that again. And so by attracting abundance to myself, I am not limiting another. There is enough for everyone. The key for each of us to see it and want it. The key is for each of us to see it and then want it, and then we will each attract it. So I feel like possibly you chose this, it's because you are coming out of a lack mentality, or you're ready to come out of a lack mentality. And the card is encouraging you to absolutely do this, and not to compare yourself against anybody else, not to feel guilty for wanting abundance, because some of us do, like, oh, there's more important things than money. But what this card is saying is abundance, just in general terms, is an abundance of everything, an abundance of love, an abundance of joy, an abundance of wealth and finances and experiences, and you are worthy of all of that. So if you pulled this card, you are ready. You're ready to call this into your life. So next we got the overall message, or the overall energy And your overall energy card you got is the Temple Path. And so the Temple Path really speaks to a spiritual journey. It's talking about your life purpose path, possibly being a light worker, or you know you're a light worker, and you're going to be following this deeper and deeper. So it's definitely a deeper connection with your higher self, to your intuition, to your guides, and they're going to be very strongly guiding you over the course of these next couple weeks. And they're going to help you when it comes to abundance in all forms, and, love and finances, career, life purpose, all of that. So what you have been guided to do, the card is coming as validation that yes, this is part of your spiritual journey. And if you've been on a spiritual journey for the past year or several years, past decade, it's going to deepen. So the energy that we're going through right now is going to help process things that no longer serve you so that you can go even deeper on this spiritual journey. So the next card that I pulled was, it's very appropriate. The next card I pulled was your lesson. What is the lesson that your higher self really wants you to learn over these next couple weeks? You got the surrender card. How appropriate is that? I can release my need to control. So there is an element of trust here. You have to trust that as you recognize your worthiness and you are listening to your intuition and you're following this path, there has to be like a big part of this for you is letting go of trying to figure everything out. So often when we get this guidance, then we feel it makes us feel excited, and then we immediately go into like analytical planning mode, right? These cards, the lesson, if you find yourself doing that, it's actually a time for you to overcome it and to surrender and trust. I'm feeling like it might be a time for more meditation, going within, and it's going to seem counterproductive to your ego, to your logical mind, to spend time going within instead of like trying to grind through and push through. But that is your lesson. This is a lesson that you're going to carry with you. It's a lesson that's going to take you deeper on your spiritual path, because you're going to learn that you can find that balance. And remember, the very first, one of the first things I said was in numerology, the card number 15 reduces to 6, which is all about balance. So you're progressing on your spiritual path, but to do so and to see things materialize in your world, you have to come from a very balanced place. And to come from a balanced place, that requires you to surrender. But just know that this is the lesson that you're learning. So it might not come very naturally, but that's okay, because you have the power to overcome it. You have the power to let go of these need to control. Like if you find yourself trying to really figure things out, grind through, push through, then that gives you the opportunity, and that doesn't make you feel good inside, right? It might make you feel anxious or like, stir up fears and doubts, and you can notice that and you can recognize that. And then you can take your power back over those long-held habits and go within and just say, I surrender and I trust, and I know that my actions will be guided each step along the way. And I open myself up to receive intuitions and then just go with it. Okay, so the next card that we pulled was for your love life. So this could be if you are single, what is going to help you just like find the love that you want. And that could be a love for yourself, or it could be a loving partnership. We're all on a different path, right? If you're in a relationship, this is something that can help your relationship. And what you got is very appropriate, of course. You got the finances and career. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So again, talking all about that balance. You are calling in abundance. You are progressing along your spiritual path. You're allowing yourself to surrender. And as you do, you further align with the career that's a right fit for you. You call in that abundance because you are trusting in the universe to give it to you. You know that you're worthy of it. So to me, this is talking about finances and career. Perhaps they were a factor in your love life before by causing unnecessary stress and just imbalance, either for you or your partner, if you're in a relationship. But what we're learning over the course of these next couple of weeks is we're going to release that because we're really stepping into our own abundance, into our, progressing on that spiritual path, on that life purpose path. And in doing so, we're just like really feeling ourselves, right? We're really loving ourselves, feeling strong, and that we just start to emanate that, right? We become deeper and deeper in our spirituality and just this being of love and trust. And that absolutely is affecting your relationship. Okay, so the next card that I pulled was the abundance card. And your abundance reading is gratitude list. This is counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe that goes along with everything we're saying. Instead, know that you'll come from a place you're worthy of abundance, but then surrender and let go and open yourself up and just take action as you feel guided without planning so much that you then become worried. And a good way to do this is with gratitude, counting your blessings. Every single blessing that you receive, just saying, thank you, universe. I trusted you. I put all my faith in you because I knew you would bring me this abundance. And any single little thing that you see, like even if it is, you got a really good deal on a really good sale when you bought some clothes or something, like something silly like that. It's not silly because that's the universe showing you in little ways. Or if you take action steps and you see abundance, instead of allowing your mind to immediately go, wow, that's great, how can I make more? Take a step back and just be grateful, and then you cultivate a whole new energy that tells the universe, yes, you do trust it and you're very grateful, and you are at a point where you're ready to accept more. And finally, let's talk about your life purpose and your career. This can be your job, but it can also be, whatever your dharma is. This can be volunteer work. This can be you being a parent, taking care of others, being a spouse, like whatever you feel part of your dharma is. This card is speaking to that. And it says, express your inner truth. Your creative work shines brightest when it reflects your genuine feelings and thoughts. So again, you're really being guided to come from a whole new place here, like a place that's very true to you, a place that is, you're not trying to overanalyze everything, you're not trying to overthink everything, you're not trying to worry, you're finding that place of balance. And in doing so, in your creative work, you are coming from that space. You're not coming from the space of like, oh, I think this is a good idea, but others might judge me, others might not get it, like that whole like mental chatter. No, we're clearing that. We're surrendering. And we know that the guidance that we get is divinely guided. And then once you get that guidance, express it to the world because you got it for a reason. So you have to trust that. Okay, what a beautiful reading for you, number ones. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Rachel from Reiki with Rachel. So you can follow me on Instagram, Reiki with Rachel, for daily cards. Check out my website for personal services. I'm wishing you so much love and light. Namaste. All right, let's see what card number 2's messages are. So welcome 2's. Thank you for tuning in or staying tuned if you wanted to watch 1 and 2. We're going to start with your law of attraction message. So the card that you pick, that you were intuitively drawn to the image on, states, I am a magnet attracting unto myself. And let me read the the message, and then I'll speak a little bit more about this card and what I'm getting from it. So your law of attraction message for this, upcoming few weeks, even to like few months, I'm feeling like it's kind of setting the tone just going forward for you. It says, without exception, what you give thought to, wanted or unwanted, you begin to invite into your experience. See yourself as a magnet attracting unto you the essence of whatever you are thinking and feeling. For example, feel poor, you cannot attract prosperity. It defies the law. So keep this in mind. Keep this in mind, and we'll see how this goes along with the rest of the reading when we talk about love and abundance and just like your journey, where you're heading next. The card number is number 4. I don't know if you can see that. It's number 4, and 4 is an angel number that's coming to tell you that all is well. The angels are watching out for you. However, it's also talking about building a foundation. So you think like you're building like a house, there's 4 pillars, it's like a very foundational number, right? You right now are building the foundation for things to come. So at this moment and just going forward, your guidance is just to be very cautious. And I don't want to say cautious because that's kind of has a negative connotation, like it's like a warning. It's just to be very mindful and aware of what you're thinking and what you're feeling. And if those thoughts and those feelings are building the foundation that you want, or if it's kind of like taking away from the foundation, or if it's building a foundation to something unwanted. So just kind of keep that in mind going forward. Like when you feel negative feelings, take a step back and say, what's causing these? And how can I build a foundation into something that I want? How can I learn from these feelings that I don't like and use my power as this creator, as this manifester to take my control back and to build something new for myself? So let's look at your overall energy. That's so appropriate with what we were just talking about. So your overall energy, upcoming energy, is your 3rd chakra, Archangel Chamuel. Your 3rd chakra is all about willpower. And so I feel like what we were just talking about takes willpower. I think it's a common misconception on the spiritual path, that it should just come easy, right? Like if you just like meditate enough or do enough subconscious reprogramming, enough affirmations, like subliminal messages when you sleep. Like if you just do enough of that, it should come easy, but it doesn't always, and it takes willpower. So you always have the choice. You have the choice to go with old fears, or you have the choice to use your willpower and say, this doesn't serve me. You have the choice to get swept up in thoughts and emotions that take you down in a downward spiral, or you can use your willpower and say, hold on, let me stop. I know some things. I have a toolbox full of helpful things that I can do when I find myself in this space, whether it be meditation, listening to something uplifting, just quieting your mind, being very mindful, reading something spiritual, like whatever it is, it's all in your toolbox. But it takes some willpower to get away from what doesn't serve you, those thoughts that don't serve you, those actions, those habits that don't serve you, and shift it. Remember, you're building that foundation. So you're shifting these old patterns. You're building a whole new foundation. The same goes for habits. Like, I'm feeling like there may be some habit changes coming up for you. Maybe that's in dietary or exercise. Maybe that is just organizing your schedule or getting up earlier or going to sleep earlier. Like something like that, it takes willpower. It's not like you can just like set your mind to it and say, I know this is going to be better for me, and then boom. It's way easier to go to bed an hour earlier and wake up earlier. No, it's not. It takes willpower. But this is part of your path. And whatever you use your willpower towards that is beneficial to you is absolutely building this beautiful foundation. And let's see how it's going to play out in the rest of your world. So the next card that I pulled was a lesson that you were meant to learn. And how beautiful is this? Love. So your lesson over the next few weeks is coming from a place of love. And I'm really feeling like this is self-love, as well as seeing the love in everything. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So again, shifting from a worry, shifting from a lack mentality to one of love, knowing that you're being a love, this is a loving universe, paying attention to that. And there's going to be instances where it takes some willpower to do that. But this is what your higher self, your guidance wants you so badly to learn. Every single thought and feeling and emotion and opportunity is going to be an opportunity, a chance for you to learn that. How beautiful. How beautiful. Okay, so we just talked about love. Let's get into your love and relationship reading. And so this can be if you are in a partnership, how to just deepen that partnership, come from a place of unconditional love. If you are single, how to just love on yourself more or call in that loving partnership, like whatever this means to you. So your love and romance card that you got are let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So I'm feeling like if you're in a partnership, this is talking about your partner. What can your partner help you with? What does your partner bring that perhaps you criticized or you didn't understand, but looking through a lens of love, you can see how this can benefit you in some way, like can help you in some way. Or this can be your friends. If you're in a partnership or if you're not in a partnership. I'm seeing like maybe setting somebody up on a date or online dating or something like that. Just enjoying time with your friends, seeing the good. Your friends can help you learn lessons. So this can be seeing the good in all your relationships. Finding that love in all your relationships. And if you notice yourself being judgmental in a relationship, if you notice a friendship, you're judging that friend, or you're nervous that your friend is going to judge you, that is your lesson. That's how your friends help you without even really, they don't know that they're helping you, but they are by providing you this contrasting experience that allows you to grow deeper into this lesson of love by using your willpower, by shifting your focus, by shifting your thoughts. And so since your overall lesson is love, I feel like everybody, really the main message that I'm receiving is everybody's going to help you do this. Everybody in your life is going to be your teacher these next couple weeks. It's just about asking yourself, are the thoughts that you're thinking that might be triggered by an interaction with another person, maybe it is your partner, maybe it's your friends, coworkers, whatever, is that taking you further away from love? Or is there a way to shift it to bring you closer to love? It's all about the perception and using that contrast to learn these lessons and to grow from it. And we're not giving others like a pass to just act however they want, but we're coming from a place where we're loving ourselves so much that we're just not that concerned with it. Or we're coming from a place where we can step into our personal power, and if somebody is not treating us right, or just something if we don't agree with something and we know it's coming from our higher self, like not our ego, like something just doesn't feel right, then you're able to lovingly address that. Not from a place of anger, not from a place of fear, like getting yourself centered and saying, this is my power, I know I deserve more, and I'm going to come from that place because I'm building a new foundation in my life. One where I honor myself and I honor the love in everybody else. And sometimes that means that you don't have somebody in your life anymore. Sometimes that means that you had to shift a relationship a little bit, but that's okay. That's just like what is happening for you right now. So trust it. Okay, so, this is a good card. The next card we got was your abundance card, and it says successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding partnerships and other investments are available to help you. So I feel like this very much goes along with the original law of attraction message. What you give thought to, wanted or unwanted, you begin to invite into your experience. If you've had an idea and you have been focused on not having enough resources to turn that into reality, this card is saying that if you shift your focus and you begin visualizing, affirming that this is an abundant universe and asking God and your angels, like, if this is divinely guided, I open myself up to receive the abundance, and then only focusing on that, this card is saying it will be given to you. And even if you haven't had like an idea, maybe like you're just worried about finances, the card is coming to tell you with that shift of focus, then you absolutely will be calling it in. So it's a very promising card. And the last two cards we got are for your life purpose, your career, your success, and this could be however it pertains to you. This can be your job, this can be a new business, this can be parenting, volunteer work, like whatever you feel like your dharma is. And two cards came out for you. You got, the first one was classes. Learning and teaching are part of your higher calling. So this could be speaking to someone very specific or to you very specifically. If you feel like teaching is part of your dharma, it's saying, yeah, it is. This can also be talking about taking classes, listening to lectures, just learning and really immersing yourself in what you want to do, what you feel like your dharma is. Just, you're building that foundation, right? Like it's just a complete immersion into it, into the communities, into reading about it, YouTubing videos about it. If you've ever heard of the platform Udemy or Udemy, Udemy, it's all these online courses. So maybe taking like a business course or something in that, like I'm just feeling like there's like a lot of learning going on while you're building this very foundational part of your life. And then you got the happy news, which is pretty exciting. Your prayer is answered in a creative way. So again, just trusting, like doing what you need to do at the moment, coming from that place of focusing on what is wanted, trusting it, and then just allowing it. And all the cards, you know, the happy news, the successful funding, this is all validating that for you, right? And of course, addressing everything through that lens of love. Because that is, all of these experiences are to teach you that lesson. So it's like the sooner you align with that, the sooner you see the physical manifestations in your life. Of course, there's divine timing, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. Like, this is the lesson that you are meant to learn right now, and you can learn it. Oh, sorry. You can learn it quickly, or you can, take your time, take your own pace, go at your own pace. But the sooner you can really come from that place of love and more just focus on that, the sooner you're going to see what you want to see in your world. Okay, sorry for my dog barking. He is so naughty. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Rachel, and if you're interested in that MP3 download or personal healing or reading, check out my website. The link is below. So much love and light. And we're going to move on to card number 3. Okay, card number 3. You actually got 2 cards that came out. These cards are for your law of attraction message. So the image that I showed you, that you intuitively were drawn to, your law of attraction message is, I can feel positive while thinking positive. Now, you were the only group that actually got a second law of attraction message, which I feels like pretty similar, right? Like the colors are very, very similar. And your second law of attraction message says, I see myself attracting harmonizing intent. So I'm going to read these 2 law of attraction messages to you, and then I want to give like a little bit of an interpretation of what these cards, what I'm getting from these cards. So your first law of attraction message is the longer you stay focused upon what you do not want, the greater and more powerful that thought will become. But if you are sensitive to your emotions and you withdraw your attention from the unwanted very quickly, you will begin to feel better and will stop the attention of the unwanted thing. Over these next few weeks, you are being very much encouraged to, when you find yourself in that downward spiral of negative emotions, of thoughts, to allow those to pass. We're not suppressing them, we're not like jamming them down, but we're saying, you know what, these don't align with who I truly am, they don't make me feel good. And you know that something doesn't align with you when it doesn't make you feel good. So you just let them go. And then you refocus your attention on what does make you feel good. And you know, the colors here are yellow and orange. That is your solar plexus, and that is your sacral chakra. A lot of the sacral chakra is where we hold on to things that need healed. Like, it's a lot of inner child healing that goes on in the sacral chakra. That's where a lot of our fear and doubt stem from. And then we process them with our minds and with our emotions and just like the feelings in our body. Now, the yellow in these cards, to me, that sacral chakra is talking about willpower. It's really talking about kind of allowing these old negative thought patterns to process, to just come up, see them for what they are, but then use your willpower to realign your focus with that which serves you. And just really quickly on this first card, before I read the second law of attraction card, the number is 27. 27 to me is all about spiritual partnerships. So we'll see what the other cards say, but I feel like for you, there very much can be a spiritual, you could be calling in a spiritual partnership, but you need to keep your thoughts on that. You need to keep yourself in alignment to be able to call it in. Because if you're not aligned, like if you're vibrating down here in fear, you're not going to attract a spiritual partnership. And this can be business, it can be love, it can be a friendship, something that's going to help you, a healer, like something like that. If you're vibrating down here in fear and lack, you're not going to cross paths with the spiritual partnership. Like, both people have to be vibrating at the same level. So it's kind of like, and I'm not saying you're down here, but you know, we go through our day and it's kind of like down and up and down and up, and you're just being very much encouraged to try and keep up here. And for some of you, you can align yourself with somebody that's going to help progress you further. And again, we'll see what like your abundance and your life purpose cards and those say to kind of clarify that. Now, the second law of attraction card that you got said, I see myself attracting harmonizing intent. And I'll read you the message. I see myself attracting only those in harmony with my current intent. And I'm getting clearer and clearer in every moment about what it is that I want. It matters not what others are choosing. What is important is that I'm pleased with me. And as I see myself, I certainly am. So that's really kind of talking about what I just said, that you want to visualize yourself only attracting positive experiences with other people. So perhaps you have gotten into a pattern, and because of life experiences, and it's not like a knock on you, you may have had bad experiences with some people, and you might have some fear or some doubt, and you might not be as trusting. And maybe this doesn't align to you. Again, like take what does align with you, and if I say something that doesn't, like ditch it, okay? But for some people, I feel like you haven't had the best experiences with others. And you may be still focused on that, but by raising your vibration and setting the intent to align only with those who are at that same higher vibration, that's going to shift your interactions in two ways. You are going to, one, interact with people when they are feeling in that vibration. Okay, so let's say you're in a partnership or you have a friendship or family members. Those people who, when you're setting the intent to only interact with those that are on the same vibration as you, those people in your life will interact with you when they are like feeling good. You're going to help them raise their vibration, or they're going to distance themselves a little bit because it's just not going to be a mismatch. But it's not going to be like a painful thing for you. And so I don't want that to scare you. It's just imagine, visualize, call in only people who serve your highest and best good. The people in your life will either match that or they won't. Okay, so let's see what your overall energy is. So your overall energy for the next couple weeks is the garden and the gate. And so this card is a little deceiving when you first look at it because she's in this garden and it's really beautiful. But then there's this gate and she's kind of looking like she's looking out. On the other side of the gate, she's not moving her body towards it. There's no like intention to actually walk out the gate, but she's peering over. And she's kind of thinking like, what would that be like? But the gate is closed, yet she has the key to that gate around her neck. So this is really speaking of being in a situation where maybe things aren't that bad, but there's something more. And you know there's something more, and you're kind of like looking over, but you don't feel like you're ready, or you just don't know what's over there, and it's causing you a lot of fear. What the card is coming to tell you is, yes, there is something better awaiting for you. You just have to get yourself ready, get yourself in alignment in a place where you can find that key around your neck and walk through that gate. So you're kind of preparing for that right now, and that's what these law of attraction cards are really speaking to. And you know, this child always, she reminds me, it's like an inner child healing too. You know, it's like a scared inner child, not feeling secure in yourself, having doubts in yourself. And so it's helping that child, that inner child that is scared, feel more secure. And you do that with these, you know, these law of attraction cards, shifting your focus. Yeah, so let's see, I put a card talking about what the lesson is that your higher self wants you to learn in the next couple of weeks. The card you got was perseverance. I know I can do whatever I set my mind to. How appropriate is this with everything else? You are setting your mind to overcome these thoughts and these emotions that don't serve you, to shift your focus. You are setting your mind to calling in only these spiritual partnerships, only these people who align with you. And you will. You are setting your mind to seeing what's on the other side of that gate. And it might be scary, and it might elicit fear, and it might elicit doubt. But you are meant to persevere. You are meant to go on the other side of that gate. That is your spiritual lesson. Everything that comes up for you through your interactions with other people, through your experiences with your work, with your finances, it's meant to show you that you will persevere, and you will. And I don't want you to think that anything like terrible is going to happen. I really feel like this is a lot of internal stuff, perseverance. And again, anything you see on the outside is just a reflection of that. And then it gives you that chance to say, I don't like this anymore. I don't like seeing this same result anymore. And I'm ready, even though I'm a little nervous, even though it goes against what I've always done, I'm ready to push through and see what happens then. So let's talk about your love card. Okay, you got children for your love and relationship card. So this can be if you're single, calling in a partner, just like really loving on yourself, or this can be if you're in a partnership, what can be affecting the partnership and what you can do to like deepen that love. So you got the children card. Your love life is being affected by children. This can be actual children. And again, if it is, just see yourself attracting only those in harmony with your current intent. Just visualizing harmony. And knowing that anything that is going on right now, if it is with the children, just that is, it's not going to last forever. It's just a lesson, okay? So that might be speaking to some people. Just imagine the whole situation just being wrapped in love and light and beauty and harmony and peace, and seeing just peaceful resolutions, and then giving it to God, the universe, and your angels for the highest and best good. Now, for pretty much everybody, this children card so much represents the inner child, which all these cards are speaking to. The card that you are drawn to, that's a child. The bird in this is orange, talking about sacral chakra, where that inner child lives. And then another child right here. So it's very much just processing and healing that scared inner child who maybe like stuff just didn't go right during the childhood. They didn't learn lessons of love or worthiness. They were bullied or picked on in school, or their parents just weren't able to show them that they could be abundant, that they could be happy, that they're so worthy of all of this. And it's affecting your love life because you carry that energy into everything. So it's very much about healing that inner child, loving that inner child. I always go to Louise Hay when it comes to inner child work, and she's somebody that I've listened to her for years, and every time I listen, it's just like a reassurance, right? She doesn't say anything, she says things that are very profound, but they're very simple. So maybe just listening to Louise Hay and just doing some just feeling the love for you, feeling that love for you from the deepest level. Know that you have your back, that you're always going to be safe, that you're always going to be secure and protected, and that you're always going to know what to do, and you're going to be given guidance. And you're strong. You are so strong. Let that inner child know that. And it's going to affect your relationships in a positive way. So we have two cards left. This next one is talking about abundance. Remember in the beginning when I said this card was 27, it's talking about a spiritual partnership? Your abundance card that you got was partnership. So it says, allow healthful, like healthy, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. Because you very much got calling in these beneficial partnerships too with this card. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. When it comes to your abundance, there's going to be somebody that's coming in, or somebody who's already in your life. Just let them help you and trust. And the thing with the inner child is the inner child is scared that people will take advantage of them. They don't trust other people because they're very fearful. So that's why I'm just feeling like getting secure in yourself is really going to help call in these partnerships and trust. Maybe you don't know where it's going to go, but you trust that they're going to help you. So this can be absolutely in terms of business, but it said personal life and career. So this can be all kinds of relationships. Maybe it's even a partnership. Maybe you're having a conversation with your partner and you have a tendency to discount a lot of the things they say. They don't know what you're going through. They don't really have any good advice for you, sort of thing. Maybe not that to that extreme, but maybe that's just a pattern, okay? And then you work on yourself and you're feeling pretty secure in yourself, and you're able to listen to others' advice through a whole new perspective and a whole new lens. And you're vibrating at a different level, so people are going to speak to that. So maybe even your partner, your spouse might even say something that elicits an idea that you said, wow, that's a really good idea. That could lead to abundance. That might just only be speaking to one person. This can be meeting people, networking with people, and going into these situations not thinking nobody's gonna like me, not going in that scared child, walking into the cafeteria, not knowing where they're gonna sit for lunch, hoping they don't get bullied. But it's going to be walking in feeling secure and know that you will meet somebody that you're aligned with. Or going to job interviews and knowing that when you're in alignment, you will absolutely get the job that is best for you. This can also be therapists, business coach, energy healers, just coming from that high place of alignment, and then trust. Trusting, asking God and your angels, and knowing that they're going to give you the right people at the right time. Okay, I think I spoke enough about that. Finally, we got the life purpose and career card. So this can be speaking to your career, your business you want to start, creative ventures, parenting, volunteer work, being a spouse, like whatever you feel like your dharma is. We're all on different paths. The card you got was nurture yourself. If there's not a theme here, then I don't know. There's a definite theme here. Investing time in self-care now will yield more energy for you later. It's just a time to heal, to trust, to get into alignment, to nurture yourself. And as you nurture yourself, as you get these ideas, then you will also nurture those. You're going to have a lot more energy to put into them because all of your energy is not going to be, fear and insecurity and like walling yourself off takes a whole lot of energy. So much energy. What would happen if you just released that? If you released all the energy that you're holding in that sacral chakra, the inner child healing, if you could just, how much energy could you free up? And that's what this is saying. And that's going to put you in alignment. That's going to you're going to feel so much better. You're going to, you might not need as much sleep, and you're going to want to eat better and exercise, and it's going to just like play into everything because you're going to have energy for it because you're freeing up some of this stuck energy. So I'm really feeling like do what you're guided to do. This could be meditations, this can be counselors and therapists. This can be very much energy healing, acupuncture, Reiki, crystal healing, cerebral cranial therapy, whatever it is, just Thai massage, like I feel like just like, something needs released for you so you can open these channels back up. And then like everything else is going to fall into place. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Rachel from Reiki with Rachel. If you're interested in a personal distance Reiki energy healing session, balancing your chakras, all that good stuff, then you can reach out to me at reikiwithrachel.com. I do encourage you to get that download. It's completely free. You do have to put in your email, but I'm not spammy, I swear. Okay, thank you so much. I'm wishing you so much love and light. I see a lot of beautiful things for you. Okay. Namaste.